What stock is it? Okay, PHGE. PHGE. I'm gonna set that. Scroll down here.
Do you think BMR is gonna go up soon? BMR.
Yeah.
It's gonna rise soon, isn't it? That one.
It is.
I'm in it, you know. At very low. But sound is a big one. I'm telling you, boys, get on it. I'm telling you, boys, get on into sound, because then you'll be kicking yourselves.
Screen.
This resistance of $5 been staying all day in sound today. 5 and 59495.
Okay.
You know, I put in Nish. I put in my order for 495.
Yeah. Yeah, let me just, for sound, yeah? Let me
Yeah,
check.
495.
Okay. Can you still buy at the
Okay,
moment?
guys, we are back at it with PHGE. That's Biomex Incorporated. This stock came in for a massive spike early on today in the pre-market. This stock went from the lows of those 21 cents up to the highs of that 90 cents. Still sitting here up 200%. And we're going to talk about the news and the fundamentals. And they are coming out with some good news right now. We're going to talk about the charts and the technicals. Find the next incoming trend for these stocks. And I'm Billy Banks. Make sure that you get subscribed to the channel. Don't miss out on any updates, any analyses, any early seats, and get over to the Banker with Billy Discord. Lots and lots of new members joining in on the Banker with Billy Discord lately. Go ahead and do me a favor, and if you are in the Banker with Billy Discord already, go ahead and help. You can help out by clicking that wave button when new members join on in. Let them know we are here. Maybe show them where the classroom section is, and anybody can join in on our classroom sessions where we do our live trading to make sure we guide each other on these stocks, give each other any wisdom that we can, and do our overall hangouts and market discussions, especially in the after hours when we're all hanging around and chilling. And if you are looking for the next stock to buy, go ahead and follow along in the alerts in the Billy Bank section. I already know what's about to explode next, about to put out the next hot stock alert right after this video. Don't miss this, and not only will you be able to get my alerts, also there's from the rest of the experienced analysts, coaches, members in here throwing out their plays and their sections. I'll show you some of those here in a bit, and let's get right into it with PHGE. PHGE going from 21 cents up to almost $1. You already know how that go, man. They hate to see that stock get over that dollar, man. So they stopped this thing at that 90 cents exactly, pushing this thing from that that thing touched up towards that what? That overbought and dangerous. When these stocks go from those lows and oversold up to that overbought and dangerous, you're gonna see people start to lock in gains on a specific trading time frame. In this case, those 15-minute chart traders, those pre-market traders, want to lock in gains, and they lock in gains along the way. Even few of them, like watch this on your 1-minute chart, and you'll see how choppy this thing really got into the pre-market. I gotta zoom out some on this. Watch this. Watch this. As soon as this thing exploded, this thing went in for huge spikes. We're locking in gains here all every which way across the ways, and then selling and buying and whatnot. People were getting anxious into the market opening where they want to buy up a little bit more to get ready. And then about 30 minutes later, when the markets did open, right before then they pushed things down. They sent this thing in for a quick spike, just one quick spike when the market opened. The rest of the time they've been pushing this thing down. Look at this, holding this thing back. And finally touched down towards those lows and oversold at 53 cents and went in for a quick spike at 75 cents. Some of these people in here, so we look at a 1-minute chart, those fast day traders, they don't really really mind too much about what's going on. So it's different for long-term investors. Because you're a long-term investor, then you're looking for fundamentals, and you're looking for that company that have the strong balance sheets and the strong histories and whatnot. For fast day traders, they don't really care too much about any of that, so they don't really mind the news that's coming out on PHGE stock right now. Before we get into that, keep an eye on your stats. Right now, you got an average volume of 2.45 million. That current volume is getting up to 140 million on PHGE with a free float on 28 million. That float got filled, and this thing came in for a massive spike, touching up towards that overbought and dangerous ranges, pushing up hundreds of percents. You're going to have a lot of swing traders who looking to lock in gains in here as well. I can zoom in on here. Give me 1 second for those of you on the phone or with the bad eyes, and you'll be able to see when I hone in that this thing is getting ready to make that next round of bearish divergence. This thing is getting ready to go in for a quick dip back down. Going to be looking to see if it holds up support. It's probably going to turn that whole this whole big candlestick back down right towards these 40-cent levels if it goes on for that dip. But once the like the market's coming more bullish tomorrow, then we could probably be getting ready to see the stock come in for another stronger uptrend off of that dip that comes in. They're gonna be excited to load that thing up no matter what for that next round of bullish divergence. Right now, as you can see, that this current round of bullish divergence that's trying to come in is very choppy on the MACDs and the RSI. I want to just give it just a minute, man. And the market is a game of patience. You can't be patient. The market might not be the game for you. Cheap is cheap, and shorts have to cover in situations like this where you see these penny stocks go from those lows up to these highs, and we see people still holding this up. Some of those people are for that long-term investment. If I take you back to PHGE on your overall monthly chart, that long-term investment time frame, you'll be able to see that long-term investors waited a very, 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 very long time for this stock to come out to these lows and oversolds and make the move that it's making right now. Want to see it closer to $1. We'll get into the news on PHGE stock, but before we do that, I'll show you how you could have caught this stock all across the ways in the Banking with Billy Discord. If you were seeing the alerts in time, it's easy money if you see them in time, and I let you know you want to be watching out for the volume ticker. Volume ticker is going to be picking those stocks up first. If you see volume ticker picking the stock up, volume ticker get the spamming that stock out, letting us know PHGE this, letting us know PHGE that, so on and so forth. Right after that, you got those stocks that turn into a parabolic play. The first leg up, and then as we can see here, we got more coaches and analysts picking this thing up into the early morning, talking about a swing trade into this stock as it's coming in for its latest and upcoming merger. All the coaches in Bank with Billy Discord picking up PHGE stock, and we will be getting ready to see the stock taking another quick uptrend, but like right now, towards after hours, especially if the markets turn more bearish tomorrow, it's going to be looking a little bit iffy. But if you were seeing those alerts in time, you would have been sitting up in the stock 300%, while this stock is pushing up over 70,000% above the average volume, which is an insane amount of average volume to be coming in. But nonetheless, recent news on PHGE stock. So they coming out with mergers. That was just another one we were just talking about that's coming out with a merger as well. So over here on PHGE stock, Biomix, what's this? So they talking about how Biomix will host, how they hosted their thing over at 9 a.m. to discuss the acquisition and financing. So here we go. Let me see. So this is Biomix is developing the BX004, a fixed multi-phage cocktail for the treatment of CF patients with chronic pulmonary infections caused by E. aeruginosa, a main contributor to morbidity and mortality in patients in CF. In November 2023, Biomix announced positive top-line results from Part 2 of the Phase 1B-2A study where BX004 demonstrated associated with reduction in P. aeruginosa burden compared to the placebo in the predefined subgroup of patients and reduced lung function. I knew it was coming out on these stocks, man. I was looking at the merger. This is a long time for me to read through all this. I gotta find another article that I read talking about the most recent merger. It's gonna be reading through that one forever. Let me see this one right here. Okay, here we go right here. So Biomix shares are trading higher Wednesday after the company announced that it has entered into a definitive merger agreement with Adaptive Phage Therapeutics, and we'll look up that one as well. Adaptive Phage, I don't know what that one is. Of course, the acquisition is expected to close within the next 30 days, subject to the satisfaction of the closing conditions. Currently, with entering into the definitive merger agreement, Biomix entered into a definitive purchase agreement for the share purchase of newly created non-voting convertible preferred stock and warrants expected to result in gross proceeds to Biomix, that's PHGE, of $50 million. BioMix will use the proceeds from the private placement to provide funding through the results from the planned phase 2B trial that will evaluate BioMix's lead product candidate by BX004 and phase 2 from the APT's clinical stage product candidate named BX211. Today's announcement sent a clear vote of confidence from leading biotech investors who led this transaction that phage technology holds significant potential to treat serious infections with significant unmet need and limited treatment options. Guys, we're going to be getting ready to see this stock come in for another massive move. They talking about how they looking to close that out in the next 30 days. You know what that means? That means we got a catalyst to be looking forward to. And when that next hot news come out, this stock going to take that next hot uptrend. So you'll be seeing a whole lot of long-term investors who want to hold into here, of course, excited for that for all that to go on and stuff like that. And along those ways, the times why this stock is a high volume right now, got a volume of 140 million with all eyes on it. It should stay high in volume, and from there, it'll be hot with the day trades for a couple days or so. Once attention leaves and that volume starts to go down a little bit, you know that like right now you got an average volume of 2.45 million. Once the volume goes down, people are going to start losing attention if they don't want to hold on for the next few 30 days. Then it'll go down to another quick dip. Giving you, everybody who missed out on the first time, or anybody who locked in gains already on this big run now, another chance to get in for another big bull run ahead. But let me know if you are in PHGE stock. I'll update this stock in the next video. Let me and of course whatever stocks you guys need updated, put it in the comments down there. I'll get on that immediately. But I'm Billy Banks. Make sure you get subscribed to the channel. You don't miss out on any updates, any analyses, any early seats. Meet us over at the Banking with Billy Discord. You can get all of those alerts on time. I'm about to put out the next stock alert now. I'll see you in there and happy trading.